now, right now. Need crew love right now, cause we two up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. First I pull up, hop out, valet, walk out. All these lost count, cause I'm two up right now. Two up right now. Blew up, copped that new rape from them haters. Threw up, brother went to jail for them. Told me you up. First time I seen 100 bands, yeah, I grew up. Ooh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to boof up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now, I got you. Right now, nothing, need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now, cause we two up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. First I pull up, hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm two up right now. Two up right now.
They call a podcast Poppy. King Codes, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chain, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, gave him the chokehold. I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See sign break night, this break night. My wristwatch is like a break light. And you can get it right on your gravesite. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your hitting them. Hate me, they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday with the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh! Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it...
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Arizona Cardinals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Throw left side complete. It's Arnold. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now the former Notre Damer. This is C.J. Procise. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. That good for 22 and a first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
On first down, again, they go Procise. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It was Eric Reed in on the stop. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Now the rookie from Notre Dame, it's Josh Adams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
An extra DB added here for the Cards on 3rd.
Blitzer play coverage.
They'll hand it off to Procise. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A 2nd down carry for Procise. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he hits the tight end. It's Deion Sims. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say, on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop him.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down now, Adams, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Robert Woods, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Santos now to add the PAT. This is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But sometimes, listen, if there'll be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd down, Bridgewater. And that's complete. It's Sims. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jay Ajayi, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. The extra point up and good. And it's now 13-7. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now come the Cardinals. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
On 1st down, Procise. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They run with Ajayi, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now it's Ajayi. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned. All the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Check 26.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They hits Jermaine Kearse. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 60 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run with Cook. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Good to see this man running again. Here's Chris Carson, and he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Now, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This is fielded at the goal line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Keenan Robinson, the one that got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rodgers to throw on second down. He's going to look deep down the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. Kevin Johnson, former first-round pick there defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back from the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Right back to Procise. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Flush to his right. Now he's going to send this one deep. He's got a man. Complete. A huge play there for Arizona. 45 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Now, that was a big run. It takes them all the way down to the 1-yard line, and that'll shake the confidence of any defense. So when they're looking for a little bit of support now, looking at their defensive coordinator, if I'm him, I dial up some pressure. I just go after them because otherwise you're still playing back on your heels, and that's not going to help your defense at all.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They get it to him running left. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Over here.
They're going to try and run. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The drive starts with a handoff to Adams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes. And they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Prosise. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Denver. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
They'll indeed run here right off the bat. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Airing it out deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, Rodgers. The grab made by Kearse over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. The Cardinals on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. A great effort there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And his kick is good. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 34 yards there at a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Running left, this is Process. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here's Process. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And they're going to have a third down.
Gotta go. Get wide, man.
And they'll run it here with Adams. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On second down, Adams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
Now that's a play they're going to be proud of on defense because any second and short situation, you anticipate the run and you want to make the play and stop them from getting a first down. But when you can force them to lose yardage and now put the odds in your favor on defense because now they're going to have to throw the ball, that's a play that you're going to be really, really excited about and one that your defense coordinator now gets to roll the dice a little bit himself and create a big play.
desperation time. 4th down, Bridgewater. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Robert Quinn coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
258.
They start the drive with Cook. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. Rodgers now to throw on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. Robert Woods with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Robert Quinn in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now Bridgewater. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. This is Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Cook. There he goes, left side. And they are going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. So the Broncos coming out now. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cards, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they fall to defeat for the second time this season. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.